I'm Tommie Lee, and this is the Scam of the Week. Rick Walz, the president and CEO of Your Better Business Bureau for Northern Indiana, is joining us once again. Rick, how are you, sir?
Hey, good morning, Tommie. I'm doing quite well. How about you?
Not too bad, thank you. And what have you got for us today?
Well, Tommie, today we're going to dive into a scam that's not only heartbreaking, but incredibly costly. It's a romance scam.
Ah, that old chestnut, the romance scam. Why is it important to bring it up again now?
Yeah, I know we've talked about it many times, Tommie, but according to the most recent BBB Scam Tracker Risk Report, romance scams have been on the rise. Just a couple stats here. The median dollar loss rose from $1,411 in 2022 to $3,600 in 2023. That's a 255% increase. And 65.7% of the people who reported romance scams lost money. It's a huge jump from just 16.1% the previous year. These scams have moved up on our list of riskiest scams from number 7 to number 5 because of the financial impact and the growing number of people affected. So romance scams are not just emotionally damaging, but they can be financially devastating. In fact, one romance scam survivor recently reported to IABBB, to our International Association of Better Business Bureaus, that she lost almost $500,000 to a romance scammer.
Wow. That's a lot of a loss, and that's a massive increase, too. So, Rick, can you explain to us how the romance scams actually work?
Most romance scams start on online dating sites or social media. So scammers create fake profiles using photos and personal details stolen from real people. Then they often pose as a military personnel or claim to be working overseas to avoid meeting that person in person. Over time, they build a fake relationship, exchanging messages, photos, and even video calls to gain their target's trust. Then comes the turning point. So a fabricated crisis arises, like a health emergency or a family issue leads to a request for money. And once the victim sends money, one of two things happen. The scammer keeps asking for more money with new crises, or the scammer vanishes, leaving the victim heartbroken and financially drained.
Incredibly manipulative. Are there any new twists that our listeners need to be aware of with these romance scams?
Yeah, Tom, a lot of these scams we talk about, they're recurring and there's just always new little variables. So lately, scammers have been using romance scams to lure people into investing into fake cryptocurrency platforms. So they'll casually mention how well they've done with crypto and encourage their targets to try it out. It starts off small, but soon the victim is convinced to invest more. So the returns look great at first, but when the victim tries to withdraw their money, they realize the platform is a scam and their money is gone.
That is terrifying. What do people need to know to be on the lookout for to protect themselves?
First thing is, if someone's profile seems too good to be true, it probably is. So scammers often use attractive photos and stories of success. So we suggest do a reverse image search to make sure that any images that are being used are not associated with another account. So another warning sign is if they want to move the conversation off the dating site quickly to email or to messaging apps like WhatsApp. Big red flag. Be wary if they start talking about trust too soon or declare their love for you very quickly. And of course, if they always have an excuse for not meeting in person, that's a major red flag. Now, poor grammar can also be a clue, although AI is making it much more difficult to detect these. So always be on the lookout for overly emotional language or hard luck stories about financial trouble. And never, ever, ever send money, crypto, gift cards, or wire transfers to someone that you've never met in person.
Exactly. Very good tips. Is there anything else that we should know?
Well, Tommie, it's really say if you've suspected you've been targeted by a scam, whether you've lost money or not, report it to BBB at bbb.org/scam tracker, because your story can help other folks from falling victim to that same scam. And of course, report it to local police if you've lost money, report it to your financial institution, your credit card company. And we always recommend reporting it to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov.
Excellent advice as always. Thank you, Rick, for sharing this important info about these romance scams, which are always they're always mutating into something worse. They're very heartbreaking, and they're very damaging to people, both financially and emotionally. But knowing what to watch out for and where to report it can definitely stop these scams from ruining more lives.
We're always here to help, Tommie.
All right. And once again, get all the details at bbb.org, and remember to report the scams if you fall victim. Rick, thank you so much for joining us. Rick Walz from the Better Business Bureau. We will talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Tommie. Look forward to it.
Podcasts by Federated Media.